Good morning, Carl Bogar here for Kenosha Military Surplus for this edition of What's New in the Store. Well, it's been a little bit, been a while since I made my last video. I've been out doing some meetings, getting ready from our exhibits. Our first exhibit is actually going to be in Michigan in a week on the 19th. We will be set up at a museum doing our Vietnam exhibit, and then we will be coming home for a couple days, and then we will be off to De Pere, Wisconsin doing our Century of Service exhibit for Memorial Day weekend at De Pere Days at Settlers Park. Second year there, we'll be doing Century of Service this year. Last year we did Vietnam. And then we'll be home for June, and then in July we'll be going to the High Ground Veterans Memorial, where we'll be doing our Vietnam exhibit for the third time for their Vietnam Welcome Home weekend. And we will also be doing a book signing for our book, The Tet Offensive 1968. So if you're looking to see our exhibits, if you're out and about, if you need to know exact addresses, please email me to that show at hmihistory.com, and I'll be more than happy to give you an address. But for now, we're going to talk about what's new in the store that you can add to your collection. Now, lately I've acquired a lot of hats, as you can see on the table in front of me. First up, we have two East German Border Guard officer caps. We picked up some Marine Corps caps. We have the white cover, the green cover, Vietnam era, white cover is modern, and the old khaki cover, Vietnam era, that you don't see that much anymore. We also, nice naval officers cover, and when I got these covers, the white one actually came from a female Marine, so I was excited because we don't have the female white cover in our collection, but unfortunately I forgot that female Marines and male Marines now wear the same cover, but we did get the older style green female cover in stock. Already have a couple of these in the collection. We have a nice World War II wool one, we have a Vietnam era one, so this one became unnecessary to add to the collection. We also bought a box of cargo straps, and in that we have cargo straps of all different sizes. But we also picked up some khaki or webbing. We have khaki and we have OD of the earlier rifle slings with the divots. Some of them are clearly potentially World War II or very early World War II. This one's probably an example of one that would have been in service probably during Vietnam. We got some leather Martini Henry, British leather Martini Henry slings in that are in really good condition. And as you can see around me, we picked up several Marine Corps uniforms, Vietnam era. This one is the 51 pattern. I know it's Vietnam era because it has brown buttons. They haven't switched to the black buttons yet for a corporal. We also have in the back corner his greatcoat. We have for Sergeant, the Vandergrift uniform, probably from the 50s. In the 50s, they stopped wearing it. We have a Korean War. This is complete for a sergeant in the 1st Cavalry Division. It comes with the tie, the pants, the jacket, and the individual's dog tags. So for those who are collecting Korean War stuff. However, it is a World War II pattern of the Ike jacket, but it was made in '46. So theoretically, you could actually use it. If you reenact World War II, it would be acceptable. We also picked up a nice example of the Marine Corps pre-1946 blues blouse. I think this one is pre-World War II based on how it's made and the thickness of the collar. No rank, no nothing on it. It's a plain, what they call the horse jacket, or the horse blanket jacket. No, pockets on the front where it's at in '46. We picked up two bayonets. This one, the first one is a Spanish 1893 16. And the other, this one is, it was an American M5 bayonet. But a lot of these M5 bayonets were sent to South Korea, and this one was converted. The crossguard here has a bayonet ring. This one was converted to fit on the M1 carbine. So technically now it is a KM1 bayonet with scabbard. Pretty much brand new condition, except that the crossguard, a little rough. And now a lot of things we normally don't talk about, we always get in stock. One of the things we sell a lot of are trousers. It's one of the top 5 things we sell every year. So we're constantly getting trousers in stock. We have, this is the Australian duck and bunny pattern. We have a couple tops that match it as well. Obviously, lots of woodland. Woodland is still the best-selling pattern. The Marine Corps Marpat woodland, the new navy green camouflage. We also have some blue navy camouflage, the DCU pattern, a couple pairs of 6-color chocolate. Basically try to only have authentic military issue stuff. However, every now and then we get a good customer asking, in this case, if we can get some redback strapping. So we contacted the company, we ordered an entire case of it. It's tensile strength to 2,200, linear strength is 2,200 pounds, working load strength is 300 pounds. It's ideal for survival situations. They claim it's for better use than using paracord. And we have a case of 50-foot lengths that are 3 1/4 inch, and they're $14.99 a roll. So like I said, a rule violator, but if you're a good customer and you want us to hunt something down, if we can, we will. So, and then last thing, again, as always, don't forget that I do have 2 books available on Amazon to help us restore our building. Our museum room is pretty much done and operatable. The library is done. We're working on the smaller classroom that has a roof drain issue up in the top back corner of the classroom. So in order to fix it, I need 70-year-old roof. It needs some attention. So if you were to go on Amazon and buy either of our books, the proceeds for that go to that. Obviously, we have the Tet Offensive, 1968, and we have China on War that talks about the classic Chinese thought on military operations, the writings of China on military operations, the transfer in the Tang Dynasty from the reserve system to the civil service exam system, and then ultimately how these works affected Mao Zedong when he, in the 1950s, became the ruler of China through the People's Revolution. So, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and as always, please like, subscribe to our channels, our pages, and more importantly, please share. Because if you share it, then obviously it goes to your friends and they'll see it, help us build our audience. We greatly appreciate it. I'm amazed at how many people have traveled to the store. We recently put up a map, probably take a picture of it and show you, of people who have been, like yesterday we had 2 shoppers from Japan who came in and cleaned out a lot of our old cotton stuff. And in many cases, we get about 5-6 boxes a week. But before I can make these videos, you'd be surprised at how much stuff is sold. An average item in the store is here about 10 days before it's sold. Matter of fact, I had this beautiful RDF camouflage field jacket, M65 field jacket in the RDF or the P81 pattern, extra large, brand new condition. It's on its way to Japan now. So we got it in on Monday, and we sold it yesterday. But until next time, this is Carl Bogar for Kenosha Military Surplus, your premier provider of wrong tagline. We are your premier provider of authentic military surplus for the Airsofter and entry-level collector, and historic military impressions, your premier provider of museum quality exhibits to add value to public events. So, if you're on Facebook, check us out, HMI History. is our show page. HMI Surplus is our store page. And our YouTube page is Historic Military Impressions. Until next week, thank you for watching. Sorry, I did forget one item as I'm walking out the door. I saw in the back corner. Really cool thing for pre-World War II collecting. Unfortunately, it's really big. It's called a sea hammock. I'll post some pictures of it. This one's complete. Basically, sea hammock. Basically, it was what American sailors slept in when their sleeping area, like in the old wooden sailing ships, during the day was used for working space. So at night, they would lower these down and sleep in them. During the day, they would put all their personal effects in them. They would tie them off, and then they would raise them up to the bulkhead level so they were out of the way and they could go underneath them and work in that common space. And if they were to die at sea, they were actually buried in sea in this sea hammock. So this is available for people looking for weirder things to collect. And that's it for this week. Sorry about the addendum, and I'll see you next time.